You arrived at Phosphorus, you were informed. I just want to, because the evidence that accused number 1 is going to say, he never gave directions to the driver, neither Colonel Khade. I want you to lead this court as to, at the entrance of Phosphorus, which direction did you take?
My Lord, as I indicated, the accused did mention that he's not familiar with the place. If we can drive him until the entrance of Phosphorus, that is what I did.
Correct.
Uthike mina njengoba sengichazile ukuthi umangalelwa yena uthe akayazi le ndawo kusuka eAlbertine ukuyofika ePhosphorus kodwa uma singamtshela uma sesifike ePhosphorus kulayo ukuthi uzokwazi ukuthi asiyise ngoba ummeli uthi umangalelwa yena uzophika ukuthi yena wayekade elibele ebatshela ukuthi jikani la nijike la uthi yena akazange akwenze lokho.
Now we are at the entrance where he said, according to you, if you can take me to Phosphorus, I'll be able to direct you. We are in that spot now. Tell us what accused said, because you could better hear him when he was conversing with Colonel Khade.
That's correct, my Lord. From that point, that is when the accused is telling Lieutenant Colonel Ngakube Gambani straight.
Uthike kulaye ukuthi umangalelwa ke ithema sesifika la besithe kuse Phosphorus uye wathi ningaqhubeka hambani straight. You may proceed straight, my Lord.
Proceed. Yeah. You proceeded, yes.
From there, that is when he started telling Lieutenant Colonel Radab, turn left, turn right, until we reach a spot where he will say stop.
Kusukela lapho ke kulaye ukuthi uye waqala etshela uLieutenant Hade ukuthi jikani ngapha ufikela size sifike la athi sime.
So in other words, are you telling this court that you cannot vividly recall the directions that was given by Colonel Khadebe by accused number 1?
Correct, my Lord. Even today, I can't take you to that house.
Manje uthi wena awukwazi ukuthi ukhumbule lendlela eyokuthi ummangalelo wayekade eyitshela uColonel Hadebe kufikela nize nifike kule yanto uthi nanamuhla ngeke ngikwazi ukubuyisa kuleyo ndlu Nkosi enkantolo.
My Lord, may I consult with my...
Yes.
My Lord, okay, so I'll just put it to you, and that when Colonel Khadebe tendered his evidence, he never, just like you, precisely gave this court the directions that you say accused number 1 gave you. Just like you. You could not precisely say, he said turn right after 100 meters, you turn left at the stop sign, you drive over the off-ramp. We never gave such directions.
My Lord, are you referring from the point of Albertine until the stop sign or from?
No, I'm referring to the entrance, from the entrance of Phosphorus. As we have just indicated before this court that you cannot recall the turns that accused number 1 said you must make. I'm putting to you that is the same evidence that Colonel Khadebe tendered before this court, that there is no precise recalling of turning, but accused number 1 took them to a particular place.
Well, I wasn't there, but I believe what you're telling me, my Lord.
Uthi ke ngifuna ukutshela ke ukuthi ubufakazi buka Hade bufana ncamashi nobaba la ukuthi awuzanye wena usho ukuthi umangalelwa uthe sijikela no Hadebe naye akakwazanga ukuthi atshele inkantolo ukuthi umangalelwa uthe sijikela uthe naye akasakhumbuli njengawe usho namuhla ukuthi awusakhumbuli.
All right, you arrived at the destination where you said So, okay, let's not get into the part of. Is there any place you had to drive to in Vosloorus before you drove back to Albertine? Did you have to go somewhere else?
Negative, my lord.
Khona enye indawo ekuthi niyena kwamele ukuthi niye kuyo ngaphambi kokuthi nibuyele eAlbertine njengoba benise Vosloorus uthi cha.
So if it's negative, I want to be precise with that answer. If it's negative, you mean accused number 2 never directed you to another place other than the place where?
My lord, the accused took us to 2 places in Vosloorus. Only 2.
Umsolwa njengoba uthi ayikho enye indawo umsolwa akazange anise kwenye indawo uthi usise kwindawo ezimbini eVosloorus.
All right. I don't want you to mention that particular place, but it was a particular place. Is it the first place that you went to? Amongst these 2 places.
I'm confused. Can council maybe be more specific?
We avoided to mention the particulars of. I think it's one of the redacted parts of that evidence. Hence, the court assisted me in terms of using the word particular place than crime scene. I'm referring to the place, the particular place. I would say the crime scene. Which place did he take you to first? And the other place you did not even mention, what place is it?
My lord, the accused took us to a street where there are houses.
Yes.
And you must remember, during the pointing out, my duty as a driver, I sit inside the vehicle. They got out, he pointed a specific place in front of a house. Then we went to an open space. That was the second point that he pointed.
Manje ke Nkosi yenkantolo ummangalelwa yena usise kwindawo ezimbini ungakhohlwa ukuthi mina njengomshayeli umsebenzi wami ukushayela uma bephuma mina ngihlele emotweni baye baphuma baya ngaseduze kwenye indlu ethize kulaye ukuthi babuya mayiqeda wasihambisa wasisa esihlangalaleni.
In that open area, it doesn't have structures, buildings. What do you mean about open area?
That open area is next to the hostels.
Le ndawo le ngikhuluma ngayo esibini iseduze nehostel.
Okay. Same after that exercise was done, so you had to drive back to Albertine.
That's correct, my lord.
Mase ngiqedile niyena buyela eAlbertine uthi yebo iqiniso.
All right. Now I'm concerned about, you said you mentioned the rights. When was it? Inside the motor vehicle before you departed to Vosloorus?
Before we departed, he did mention those rights to him, that you're not being forced to do this thing.
Uthi ke ukhulume ngamalungelo lamalungelo lo bamchazisele nini ngaphambi kokuthi nihambe noma bekukuphi uthi ngaphambi kokuthi sihambe sisasela phayani eAlbertine bamtshela ukuthi nawo amalungelo wakho futhi awuphoqelelwa ukuthi uqhubeke ngalento ofuna ukuyenza.
Was it inside the motor vehicle or outside?
They were standing outside.
Bebaphakathi emotweni ngalesikhathi emtshela amalungelo noma bebangaphandle ukuthi bebame ngaphandle kwemoto.
All right. Before everyone got into the motor vehicle, was it not outside the offices? Was it not outside the offices in Albertine police station?
My lord, I never entered the offices.
Uthumeli ke ngalesikhathi ekhuluma umbangalelo oqala bekungasi ngaphandle kwama office phoyisa liphendula lethi angizange mina ngene ema officeini Nkosi yenkantolo.
And it's procedural that, as you were reading from that pro forma, that an interview was conducted before accused number 1 was taken to your motor vehicle. Can you dispute that? Or it's a common practice?
That is according to procedure, my lord.
Uthi imigomo isho njalo ithi ngaphambi kokuthi athathwe uyaye ahlonywe imibuzo umsolwa uthi yebo.
So in such a common practice, it would be prudent as well to explain the rights of the person, whether you were inside or outside, but it's a common and general practice that you would explain the rights of the accused.
That is correct, my lord.
Futhi ke nangaphambi kokuthi kwenziwe noma yini umthetho vele ukuthi amalungelo womangalelwa anikwe wona uthi yebo iqiniso.
Yes, according to Colonel Khatebe, he said he explained such rights inside the office, room 31, if I'm not mistaken, in Albertine Police Station.
I wasn't present when those rights were read to him, my lord.
Yes, I'm putting to you that this is what Colonel Khatebe said. I don't say you were present or not. I'm just putting to you that Colonel Khatebe said he explained such rights to accused number 2.
I agree.
Muthi ngiyakwazisa ukuthi uKenneth Hadebe naye ushilo ukuthi amalungelo ummangalelwa ngingamchazisela wona sisase phakathi egumbini u31.
And I believe after he has explained such rights to the accused person, before the completion of the form, accused must have understood what was conveyed to him by Colonel Khatebe.
That is correct, my lord.
Uthi ngaphambi kokuthi amafomu angagcwaliswa bese kwenzwa zonke izinto ummangalelwa kwamele ukuthi kube uzwisisile yonke into ebekade amchazisela yona uthi yebo iqiniso.
All right. From your experience and from your logical point of view, even common sense dictates, what could be the reason for Colonel Khatebe to repeat such rights for the second time to the accused when you were present?
My lord, such practice you have to do it because a person can change his mind at any time.
Manje kusuka kulwazi lwakho nobuchwepheshe bakho kungani uKenneth Hadebe aye wafanele ukuthi achaze amalungelo futhi uthi kwamele uwachaze futhi ngoba umuntu angahle aphenduke athi awumchaziselanga amalungelo akhe.
All right. At Foslorus, prior to the pointing of a particular place, was such right explained again?
Are you referring to when they were outside the vehicle after we were stopped at the point?
No. You reach your destination of ramping from entry to into Foslorus, where he said you can take him to that place so he will be able to direct you. My question is, at that time when he said now I'll be able to direct you, were such rights further informed?
Yeah, that is what I said before, my lord, that when after I've stopped to inform Hadebe that we are there, he informed him again to say, that's what he asked.
Buza ke ukuthi ithema sesenifika la uthe ummangalelwa kula ayiqalise kanjela ukuthi niqhubeka kanjani amalungelo ayewachazwa futhi na uthi into engiyishilo ukuthi iphoyisa liyelamtshela ukuthi indoda ungahle uhoxe uma engabe awusafuna ukuqhubeka wamchazisela namalungelo wakhe.
My lord, before I conclude my cross-examination, may I approach you?
Yes.
Thank you, my Lord, for the questions. Sir, there's one thing that I want to change across to you as per the version of accused number 1. He informed me that during his conveyance to Phosphorus, he was not talking to anyone. He was just at all material times he was looking down until he was informed that he must get out of the motor vehicle.
I beg to differ with that version, my lord.
Uthi ke ummeli mangalelo oqala yena uthi kusukela imoto isuka kufikela izofika la iye yamakhona uthi akazange yena atshele umuntu ukuthi jikani ngapha liphume ngapha mangalelwa uthi yena sonke isikhathi bekalibele ebheke phansi lithi iphoyisa mina leyo nto ngiyaphikisana nayo.
Thank you, my lord. That concludes.
Thanks. Mr. Missy?
I've got no question.
Omalo?
Thank you, my lord. I have no questions. Thank you.
Number 5, Manye?
My Lord, we have no question for this.
Thank you. Re-exam?
Just one aspect. You testify that upon leaving Alberton, you proceeded on the N3 towards Heidelberg direction and then took the Berry Road off-ramp. What is the correct off-ramp? Berry Road.
Yeah, I think that is a state, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I know that area, Peru. Next to Leondale. Is that so, sir?
That's correct.
How long you have Leondale?
It's actually Berry Marema.
Yeah. Okay.
Uyabuza umshushisi ukuthi uthe manilibele nihamba umgwaqo lothathile uBerry Road uthi yebo inkosi yenkantolo nayo ithi ngiyayazi leyo ndawo kudala ngiyihamba umshushisi uthi lo yamgwaqo uBerry Marema.
I think judicial notice can be taken of that fact.
Yes, yes, no doubt. Is it disputed, Mr. Ngomezulu, that photos of a pointing out were taken because you didn't traverse that?
My
You
lord,
are saying he was looking down, fine, but there's no traversing of what they were actually going to do there, whether the photos were taken or whether they were not taken. The only evidence which you adduced is that he says your client pointed out two spaces, one on the street next to a house and the other an empty place. But as to whether photos were taken or not, you never traversed it. Am I correct, sir?
that's correct, my
You
lord.
may if you want to. If you don't want to, no problem.
My lord, I did not want to take
Okay, fine.
the witness to that extent.
Yeah, no.
That's correct.
It's just that justice must be seen to be done.
Call please.
Yeah, boy. Is that all, sir?
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Mr. Barry.
Inkosi yenkantolo beyikade ichazisela nje umnumzana uNgomezulu ukuthi uyakhumbula ukuthi kunezithombe ezithwebuliwe la umangalelwa yena wayekade ekhomba khona awubuzanga ngazo ummeli uthi cha ngicela ukuthi ufakazi lo ngingambuzi ngazo.
Mr. Barry, what? Are we at the journey?
As a court case, I was just trying to find out from my learned friends if there was a discussion during the short adjournment. I was just trying to find out if the arrangements are still the same.
What?
Whether the arrangements are still the same that we are adjourning until tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, I see. Is that so?
That is so, my lord.
Mr. Nomane?
Confirm the arrangements. Thank you.
Arrangements tomorrow,
We confirm that.
that's it. Unless I'm dead. Okay, shall we then adjourn?
Ningasukuma ke bo baba
Until tomorrow 10.
iqala lephekiselwa kusasa ngo 10 o'clock.